What are storytelling brand images anyways? That is what I am breaking down for you today. And as a brand photographer for over 15 years, I am always speaking to my clients about the brand images that we are taking, the purpose, the intention, and how to use them on social media. So I'm going to break down 5 different examples for you to show you how you can take a still image or even video clips and how you can maximize and storytell on social media so that you can provide more context, build your community, build that trust, and thrive on social media. First, I wanted to share really what the essence is. Why are we storytelling on social media? Essentially, we are providing the individuals that are looking at our content some context. We're giving them the reason why they should be paying attention. No longer can you just add a still image and think someone is going to go into the captions to go deeper, to learn more. People are moving so rapidly on social media that we need them and give them a reason to pause, check out what we're doing, and then learn more in the caption. So essentially, storytelling on social media is providing context to what you're sharing. Why are you sharing it? So for my first example here, this is a mixed media artist. If she simply showed this image, anyone that knows her may be interested, people may pass by. But if she shared that she makes her own paper, maybe the process it took to create the paper that she's using in this, let's say it's a new commission, or that those little scissors that she's using are actually handed down by her mom. That is providing a story, that is providing some context that maybe someone would want to hang out a little bit longer, lean in, get curious, and learn more about this mixed media artist. The next example here is for your amazing environmental portraits. I love capturing portraits in someone's authentic space, like in this image for a stained glass artist. Now, she is leaning against this outdoor studio that she created on her property, and she is holding her first book. So although it's a great portrait and you know exactly what she might do, let's add another layer of context. Most of the time, if you're showing up and showing your face on social media, you will gain a little bit more engagement. But if now you're adding a story to it, there's so much more potential. So this could be used in a myriad of ways. First, she could be talking about the actual outdoor stained glass studio that she's leaning against. She can talk about how that transformed her business, how long it took, what the vision was, maybe how long ago she built it. She could give some context about that structure because that is something that she is known for now. She could be talking about the second book that's coming out and she's holding on to her first book. So that could be another storyline. She could simply just be introducing herself to her audience with this great, strong portrait shot. And she could do this in a myriad of ways. And once we go through the 5 examples, I'm going to break down 3 ways on how we deploy the message, how we add the context. Okay, so remember, we're pairing the visuals with some context to provide the story. All right. Let's go into example number 3. This is a furniture maker. Now, if he simply just posted this image of this latest table that he created, maybe he could add that it was reclaimed wood. People that are looking for a table might stop. They might be supporting his business and like it. But if he's looking for a new customer, if he's looking for someone to purchase, adding some more context to this idea of this table would be great. Would you ever know that this is made from wood that's over 100 years old, from a house on Cape Cod. That's some storytelling. That's giving some context to the piece that you're seeing in this image. So we're going to change it up for this one. So if they were to create a reel showing the maker with the wood delivery, in the wood shop, in the process of making the table, all the while talking about how this is an heirloom piece that he's making out of 100-year-old wood from Cape Cod. People are now getting invested in thinking, oh, that would be an amazing heirloom piece for my home. So that is an element of grabbing some videos and some photos, packaging them up into a reel with that story attached. It makes it so much more powerful than just having that still image and saying, new to the shop. Okay. So now let's go into the fourth example, which is a goldsmith. Now, all of these pictures and content that I'm showing are all the clients that I have worked with, and this is another example of a great story. This was a new business, and we had a great brand session, and I wanted to show you how we could package together images from this session. Now, she is new, so she might be wanting to do a great introduction post, hopefully once a quarter, and this is how we're going to use these images. Again, she could just have these static on her page, and all her friends and family can follow and like it, but if she's looking for new people to come along and to follow her and to become customers down the road, let's add some context. So with this example, I added, she's a mom of 4 boys, and in 2020 fell in love with jewelry design. So naturally, she took a goldsmithing class and converted one of the playrooms into her home studio. Now, if I was a customer wanting to support a small business and a mom, this is a great introduction. Someone is on the journey with her, they're rooting for her, they can't wait to see the next content, the next piece that she makes. All right, and then my last example, this is a calligrapher and engraver. And our mission on this session was to capture her doing engraving and calligraphy, but the main goal was to show that she goes beyond the envelope, because maybe there's a myth out there that if you think of a calligrapher, you automatically think of wedding envelopes and that's all they do. So we really wanted to capture all sorts of things that she creates, but then also do an entire flat lay of a set of all the different things that someone could possibly utilize her artistry with. And that's why with this reel, we package together again the images, but we have a line per slide talking about all the different aspects of her business, and then kind of welcoming anyone this is the first time seeing her account, and then hopefully in turn they follow and go along the journey when they realize, oh yeah, I need something more than just an envelope. Okay. So those are 5 examples to show how just putting a static image nowadays, especially on social media, can only go so far. And 3 ways we can get this messaging across that we've seen on all these examples is first that text overlay hook. I know some people might think, oh, this is off-putting, but honestly, Instagram is supporting that right now. And with all this SEO talk with Instagram, having that text is helping you find your people. So by putting that text hook overlay, you're instantly telling the people why they are watching what they are watching. Now, the second level is you could have a voiceover. You're humanizing your content by someone hearing your voice if the volume's on, but you want to have your captions on so that those words are running across the screen so people can be reading it as they're watching it. And then the last way to do this is by you speaking directly to camera. Again, have those captions on. You can even have that text hook in the first 3 seconds, which are critical to bring people along to catch them. And those are those 3 things: that text overlay, a voiceover if possible, and 2 camera. Start simple, even if it's just that text hook, and build up from there. But give someone context, match that visual with the story, and it's going to be so amazing for you on social media. Okay, I'm going to leave a video here on how I captured a lifestyle shot in my studio with my phone, and I'll see you there.